Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to another edition of Track Walk in MX Bikes today, where for episode 2 we're going to be playing a pretty brand new track called Mactown MX. It is by a user by the name of AMAX 816, so I don't know if like Mactown has anything to do with AMAX or whatever. So the reason I decided to go with this track, a lot of you guys, after I did Track Walk last week at Paletta, there was a lot of, you should try Kegums, you should try this track, you should try that track, and don't worry, I'm going to get to those tracks, but I had downloaded this track, and as you can tell, my voice is a little raspy. I just finished the GP stream for Sims, so it's a little late, a little tired, and I just wanted to try this track first to see if I liked it, because I had already played Kegums, I already played some of these other tracks, and before I knew it, I'd mindlessly done 10 laps on it, and I just had too much fun to not do it for a track walk, and I felt like it was one of those tracks that I'd play it right now, but then I'd kind of forget about it, whereas these other big name tracks would come along and I would definitely do them and you guys would see that and stuff like that. But wanted to get this track in. It's not crazy, it's not like a super gnarly over the top track. It's actually a pretty short lap time. I think my best lap was a 118 or something like that. It's a supercross and motocross hybrid, he says, so it's kind of just a local cross track, I guess would be the best way to put it. And because of that, I just really gelled with it. I really liked it. I think it flows well with the game because it's not got really big jumps that you bounce when you land on, and it's not got bumps and ruts everywhere, which are kind of hard to get into sometimes, at least for me on this game. And yeah, just in general, I was gelling so well with the track, I just decided, you know what, we're doing it for Track Walk. I'm making an executive decision. I'm a little bit tired, but we're gonna play it. So yeah, this is a cool track. I don't know if this user AMAX 816 has released a track before. I don't think. Does it say? No, it doesn't say on his post whether or not this was his first track. But if it is, it's a great first track. If it's not, it's a great track. He definitely I think took some time to think out each section. There are a couple lines in each section. I'll try to get a couple of the lines that I think are doable in most sections, but for the most part, it is one of those tracks that you could just do the same line on repeat, and it's really not that much of a difficult track to learn or anything like that. So I like it for that. It's kind of like a beginner supercross kind of track, I guess, almost like a Supercross Futures track in a sense, where it's got rhythms, it's got big jumps here and there, but it's not got peaky, hard seat bounce type of rhythm sections that everybody kind of struggles and has to deal with on some levels. So the flow of it's really good. The track design is it is whatever. I think he used the space pretty well. It's a pretty small layout. He said he added some objects and some other things, so frame rate might not be the absolute best thing for some people. I have a pretty decent computer, so it handles it, but I don't know for other people if it would maybe be a little bit too much for the computer to handle or what have you. But at least for me, it runs totally fine. The environment looks pretty good. If you look at pictures of it, I think it, overhead wise, it looks like a pretty unique looking track and stuff like that. And it just holistically did a really good job on it. And I think, at least in my humble opinion, that it actually shows that I'm not completely awful at this game. I know there's a lot of people that are pretty good at this game already, that since some of the newer betas have came out and people have gotten pretty good at this game, but I like to think that I can jump between games fairly easily and pick them up and play them pretty good, and I feel like this shows that a little bit because it didn't take me too long to learn this track. It made me feel kind of good about myself and my ability to play this game, and yeah, so I'm happy with it. I wanted to do it for a track walk, and thus here it is. A couple things that I wanted to kind of add into before I fully get deep into this video and talk about something completely off tangent. I did install the sound pack. I know a lot of you guys are talking about that. You're watched the first track walk and told me that I need to install a sound pack, and don't worry, I did. I think it was on MXB mods. It was Bayer's sound pack or something like that. I'll try to include it in the description, but if I forget, just yell at me in the comment section below and I'll be happy to re-include it in the description. So there is definitely that part of it. And then I got a lot of good feedback on the first track walk video, and there's a couple suggestions that people were saying. I am going to take a look at all the tracks that you guys are talking about, but Resolute Kraken, who's building the Erzberg Enduro track, had an idea that I never even thought about for track walk, but it's a genuinely kind of interesting idea that I'd like to entertain if more people would be into it. So he said it would be really cool if in some of these track walk videos I got the creator of the track involved and to talk about the track. And I think actually the only time I've ever done that was with Checkers, who created a lot of sim tracks, obviously, and I've talked to him and played his tracks at the same time for a video a couple times. And I like the idea for sure. I responded to him by saying, like, yeah, sometimes it's a little tough because not everybody has like really good microphones. And honestly, like, I'm doing this video at like 11 p.m. at night on the West Coast, so not many people are up as that late, I would say. But I would be interested in that with you know, some people. I don't think I need to do it with everybody, but I think if some people are more interested in like I'll contact someone and say like, hey, I'm gonna try out your track, would you be interested in talking about it? I think I could do that with a couple people, and I just kind of wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on whether you thought that was like a cool idea or whether you didn't really care or whatever. Because I just want it to be an appetizable experience for you guys as the viewers to watch the video. Like, the fact that I'm playing this track right now and sucking on it makes me not happy. But if I was playing on this track and sucking on it and you were hearing about what went into the track build from somebody else who did build the track, would that be something you'd want to hear? I think for Kraken's purposes, I'd actually really like to have him come on my videos when his Erzberg track comes out, because it would be amazing to hear his story about building that track and all the work that went into it, because it's basically like a half a year process for him to kind of get it to where it is. And you know, he's been releasing work in progress updates and stuff like that. But you know, even for like a track like this, or whether or not like TFC or Estrail or a couple other people would be interested in chatting about the track a little bit. I'm not saying it needs to be for the whole video, maybe just a quick segment that I kind of inject at the end of the video or something like that, but just to get their thoughts and opinions, just let me know if you guys would be kind of interested in that. It was a good thought. I like that Resolute commented on the video and had something to say about it, so yeah, just let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But as for track walk and MX bikes and MX sim and stuff like that, yeah, we're still going. I'm trying to turn this into a series that helps me get better at the game, as well. As I just now said that, and my stupid phone next to me thought I said Siri, but I didn't say it. I just said Sirius, so shut up. Always has to think I'm talking to it. But you know, I think one of the draw I think a lot of people had when I started MX Simulator track walk videos was, you know, not only was I'm showing off these kind of cool tracks, but I was also like kind of good at the game, so it was enjoyable experience to watch, because this track that was a good track to watch was also being ridden very well. And I had someone actually reach out to me and comment that they're kind of bummed watching how much I've digressed in sim, where now I just crash all the time and it's kind of not that fun to watch. And like, I totally get it. Like, I get what he was saying, because I definitely have gotten a lot worse in sim. I really have the opportunity to play as much, but I like using these videos to be the motivator, I guess, that I can get better and I can play these tracks and I can shoot a video and I can talk to you guys and get some stuff out there and stuff like that while learning the game and getting better at it. And MX Bikes is a very difficult game. It's got a steep learning curve. It's a lot like sim in that aspect. So in order to get my skills better at the game, I am holding myself to doing these track walk videos every week and making sure that I do actually get better at the game. So when I, you know, am playing it a couple years down the road, or maybe even a year down the road, when it's, you know, really taken off because I think it's headed in the right direction, then, you know, it looks like I've actually gotten to a certain point that's appetizing to view. But anyway, back to this track. Like I said, it's just such a good kind of like mind-numbing track. You feel like you can flow on it. It's, yeah, like local cross, I think, is the best way to describe it. Like, I fully feel that this would be like one of those like local fair races, or you know, local chicken licks kind of raceway track that you go to, and you know, they have a bunch of local weekend races and stuff like that. And I could totally see it happening. Like, it's a little bit gnarly for that. I guess maybe it's a little bit too supercrossy, but I just like the feel of it. It's It's a fun track, such good flow, and for someone that I haven't seen many tracks of on the forums, like I just think he did such a smashing job with putting this together, and I just wanted to give some props to him. So quick video today. I didn't really want to dive too much into it. I'm just trying to get some videos out and let you guys see this track and download it if you want, and download the sound pack and a couple other things. But hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. More Supercross race coming this week, so there's going to be a lot more coverage of that on the channel, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching GPs tonight, or tomorrow, I guess, because this video is coming out tomorrow. But appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out another edition of Track Walk. Download the track in the description below and try it out for yourself today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.